gonna say that might be that alcohol brewing in there.
We drank a little bourbon last night. Smoked a good Cuban.
Mm.
It's not what I thought you were going to say.
Me neither.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Wide open.
Okay, where am I going? This should be on now. Well.
Make sure your phones are off, Chad. Will get all mad and start throwing stuff.
No.
One time, Chris.
Just Carly's.
Oh no, I got that same look.
One time.
If you got a cough.
That's what happens when you play music for years and do a stage.
You know,
and
so
this is sort of like pretty much a stage. Performing, just not performing in front of people. And you know, back in the day in the band, you know, you just get your stuff ready and when they go, let's go. And no talking, you know. And so I come in here and everybody just. That's good.
We're having fun, Chad.
Well, I'm having a blast.
This is not a professional.
It's host.
Did you ride your Harley here today?
No.
I just feel like that shirt, I would see somebody riding a Harley.
Everybody picks him because I always wear brown and black and blue T-shirts. I need to start doing something else.
So you cut the sleeves off?
So I found him at Walmart yesterday and cut the sleeves off of him. $10.
Hillbilly looks.
Yeah, $10. Can't beat it.
The Harley shop by my house is having a big Harley sale.
You need to move your mic down too, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get that. See.
Yeah.
Renovation Nation, July 5/17/19. With right here. Hashtag Brick Doctors.
I think this dude right here, Bill Barr, is fixing to turn some people upside down. I don't think anyone's gonna do any jail time, but he sure is gonna stir up the pond.
We call it the swamp, Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh, got an event.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Getting there. Here we go. Nope. Maybe. Weather.
Disc inside.
Yep, after this one. All right. I wonder what he's going to start off with on music.
Huh?
I wonder what music he's going to start with.
Oh.
Oh.
The old school.
Yes, 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 it's that time again. We're live. Or it may be a recording 3 weeks from now. I don't know. You know?
Today's May, what, 17th?
Shh, never said a date.
Could be June 3rd.
It's June 3rd. That's a Monday. No, I don't know. You're listening to Renovation Nation
You know
live
it's a
here on
Monday.
Super Talk
That
997
fast.
WTN. You know, it almost feels like a Monday. It's been a Monday all week.
No way.
I know, you've been off. You took Friday off.
I know. Taking Monday off too.
And complained because I left your house around 10:30.
Man, it wasn't about how late it was. It was about how many beers you made me consume while you were there.
Yeah, peer pressure gets you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Today's a good day.
Today's a great day. We got some good guys in here.
It's full house.
It's a very full house, minus Kim.
Minus Kim, she just got back. Her uncle passed away this week, and so she's been gone and just flew back in from Detroit early. She got in at like 8 o'clock this morning, so
Wow.
it's been a long day for her. So she's recouping at the house, and I got Miss Carly Giannotti, got Miss Sarah Rowland, which is freshly back from New York City.
New York City.
Got a LL Cool J hat on. Look at that.
No, I just now noticed
See,
that.
she got, I got it's what you call it, a bucket,
A bucket hat.
hat.
A bucket hat.
I call it
Did you bring me a
LL style.
bucket hat? I'd look good in a bucket hat.
It looks good.
It does look
So
good.
she's just graduated from St. Edward's the other night.
Yeah.
Congratulations, girl. Going to Father Ryan. Yes, yes. Now, yeah, I'll get to that later.
Your attitudes. Yeah.
No, high school and boys.
Oh,
And me
dude,
having to
yeah.
kill some
You
people.
might as well just hang that up.
We've
man.
got a couple of them take some people out in here though.
Yeah, well.
That and get Jim Belli, get Pat Riley to investigate.
Yeah.
Spider Eye investigations.
Spider Eye.
Today we're
You
gonna
better-
talk about bricks and cracks.
Not the ones in your head.
They're hurting me now. But Kevin, cut the mic. But no, we've got brick doctors in the house, and we're gonna bring them on here in a little bit. Carly met these gentlemen. They've been listening to the show. That's how they discovered us. If I remember right, we're going to ask them here in a little bit. But they Carly set up a meeting, and I show up. Carly sets the meeting.
Late.
No, I was on time on this
What?
one. She was late.
Oh.
And so I'm rolling up. And I'm thinking it's just going to be whatever. Sometimes it's a good meeting. Sometimes it's just people sitting having a drink and talking. And so I show up just not quite with my A game feeling, and walk in, and these guys are pros. I'm like, let me
Sit up.
think, look in the eye, talk.
Yeah.
And then
I remember this conversation.
Yeah,
You called me
I told
after
you.
was out there. Yeah.
And learned about what they do, and we can't wait to tell you. We've been using their service at RTM Roofing for masonry problems, not necessarily foundation problems, but cracks and things like that. They're going to explain what all they do. It's an amazing project or amazing process what they do. They're pretty much the only ones doing this, and we're going to find out what all they do. So you got to stick around for the next segment to get into some of that. But their work is unbelievable.
Nice.
Because masonry is a lost art anymore. A good mason that knows how to do, I call it check pointing all the time. I don't know what I'm talking about, but tuck pointing. It's hard to, what's the word I'm trying to look for? You got to apprentice to do that. You just can't go read a book and become a mason. Don't get me wrong, you can just lay bricks, but the way to go in and fix them and lay them right and do what's right.
I just saw some new work 2 weeks ago, brand new foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been happy with it.
Yeah.
They had to, I won't back up and say what I'm going to say. Had to have somebody else come in and fix it.
Right.
Not the guys that got paid to do it,
Yeah.
but the guy that knew what he was doing because he was old school and grew up doing it. Now we got a bunch of young folks that, I'll just stop right there.
Yeah, that's not apprenticed.
Not apprenticed at all.
Yep.
Not at all. They
Yep.
work behind somebody for a couple of months, and then they think, "Oh man, I know how to mix my mud. I know how to lay that block flat. I'm good to go."
We've got a
And
copper guy that does all of our copper work, which is a phenomenal guy. He's been doing it like 45, 50 years.
Oh wow!
And he has a person under him that's been training for 20. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
And this guy, I've never seen. We've done a lot of copper. I've had a lot of Jamie Oldham's phenomenal at copper work, for example. But this guy is it's stupid. It's amazing. I didn't know you could do certain things with copper, what I've seen him do. We're getting ready to do a big barrel and standing seam at a house out there in, I think it's Laurelbrook, if I'm thinking right, but a pretty home out there that had some damage out there.
Does he do gutters? Does he do copper gutters too?
Mm-hmm. And I've learned what you can and cannot solder in copper, and I learned why you can't.
All right, lay it on me.
Okay, when it's patina, when it changes the color, you know why it patinas. Or at least this is my extrapolation out of it from when I was talking to him.
It's dirty.
Because
those were two really big words. I'm very nervous.
Because copper kills everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's why you see any copper and organic matter underneath it's on a roof. It's always clean like on a roof. Well, that's the buildup of dead organic matter.
Okay. Well, to answer your question, patina is a fancy word for dirt.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes antiques worth more money.
And I don't like the patina color personally. I like the copper.
Yeah.
Just a little dull,
But
like a dark bronze.
You can't stop that though.
I don't know. That's something I'll have to ask. I don't think you can.
There's nothing you can put on it that UV won't take off.
I know one thing you've got to do. Copper has to go with copper. You can't put a
with
it.
What's the word for that?
Now, see, I don't know. That's a big long 15-letter word meaning I don't know. Are you going with it?
Electrolysis.
There you go. I knew that.
Yeah, you did.
It's a brick in my head.
Master's degree.
Yeah. Hey, in hops. So
It's the problem.
Think about that for a second before you jump in. Yeah. but nevertheless, but yeah, I run in a lot when we're out doing inspections and stuff like that, where they'll have copper counter flashing and an aluminum step underneath it. And you know, it rusts it out. It blows my mind. But that's a whole other story. That's why you need to get your roofs inspected once a year. RTM Roofing, 615-500-0751.
And that's why you apprentice.
Yes. You don't know what you don't know.
Till you know.
Till you know. And you need to know that. And a lot of people don't know it.
Yeah.
And you know, is it going to ruin everything in 3 days and cause leaks immediately? No. But there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it.
Well, that's the same thing they did with the new treated lumber.
Mm-hmm.
So now they use I believe, and somebody if they know I'm wrong, just tell me. But I believe it's a copper oxide that they use to treat the lumber.
Okay.
And actually had to bump up the galvanizing on the nails and fasteners
because it'll rust.
Because the copper oxide and the galvanized wasn't stout enough to take it.
We were doing some copper coping up on the West End where we built the roof under the roof. There was a roof over a roof.
Yeah.
Over a flat roof. They had major leaks, so they built a roof on top of it, doing renovation, and ended up doing the flat roof. And that's what Mitchell and
so hang on a second. So they built the roof just to do the work on the roof?
Made all the truss. No, it was the whole top of that roof and truss and joists and all that got replaced. So they had to put a covering over it.
Oh, okay.
So they built like a little fake roof.
Okay, all right.
So we installed a roof under a roof.
Nice.
Never done that before.
And no rain days.
Done it now. No. And they had a heater and cooler. You know, so we were doing it back in December, January, somewhere in there. But yeah,
you guys got spoiled on that one, didn't you?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's doing the job though.
Yeah.
No, it's a long process. Long process. No, it's there's so much.
I'm just looking at Carly over here.
But we're wrapping up now because we could only do so much under that. Then they had to tear it down.
Yeah.
You know, the other roof, and then do stuff, and it's just there's 80 logistics involved of different things you can't do before that happens.
Step by step.
Yeah, like us going to build the island. You got the wood out there, the maple and poplar.
Maple and poplar.
The island we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do a concrete countertop. But I got to throw a shout out to Jeff May of J&M hardwood flooring or J&M hardwood. I'm gonna put all of his information on it. Easy. It's J&M. Jeff May's his name. Jeff May's his name. I can't pull up my phone, but Jeff May's his name. But he's got 2 workers, Bobby and Drew, that came in because we had that we tore down those couple walls, so we had where there wasn't even hardwood, and so we had to interlace it. And what I thought they were going to do, they didn't. They did it 80 million times better the way he interlaced it. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
The picture, I will have to say that I was very impressed because I've laid in there and had to cut that hardwood out.
Yes. On
a brand new job I did, by the way, which was not a fun day. But it is difficult to do, especially that last piece.
Yes, but after they sanded it, of course you could see it initially, and then after they sanded everything, then buffed it, and we did water popping. Before they did the stain, they did a water pop, which draws out the grains, but puts what I consider like a matte finish on the backing. So it just a little more definition, gets it darker. Because we wanted to go a lot darker than like a traditional, maple look or brown. We wanted, actually it was ebony and black colors mixed together. We combined 2 to get this. It's not black, but it is black.
Is it coffee bean?
Yeah, because it's got a little espresso in there.
Espresso.
But nevertheless, if I didn't know they did that work, meaning see them actually interlace it,
you wouldn't be able to tell.
No, I mean, no, I don't. A professional that does this daily would walk in, you wouldn't really spot it, but if you started looking around and got in the detail of where every joint is or meeting is, you would figure there's been something right in here. But other than that, no. Yeah, they're stunning. It's just my house don't smoke a cigarette in the house. I don't smoke cigarettes, but don't smoke a cigarette in the house because it's polyurethane.
You blow yourself up?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's some stout stuff.
Yeah, I'm still busy. So that's the brick.
Is that the polyurethane?
That's going to be the excuse for like the next.
Oh yeah, that has something to do more, I think, with that master's degree in hops than it does with that polyurethane.
Yeah. Hey, you 2 spot on that. Now, since you on, we'll get you on camera there.
No,
she's like, oh, it's nothing to hide. She's trying to hide. No, I just went to the wide shot over here on it. So,
nice.
But yeah, so it's those guys. It was amazing. It was amazing. I also have to, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, have to go and remember we talked about Jay Gregory, Sad Spaceman Promotions.
Yeah.
You know, last week I couldn't do anything. This week I've seen it because we did a surprise birthday party. Actually, Lindsay sort of did a surprise birthday party on him and got him. He was a little bit suspicious, but not really in the end. She actually got him, which is good. Good job, Lindsay. But let's see. May 24th, Sad Spaceman presents Jackson Aid, Rags and Riches, Anthony J. That's our boy.
Who's been on the show.
Who's been on the show. The Dangerous Method, May 24th, 7 p.m. at the Crying Wolf. And that's over on West End, near Springwater and all that. And that is a great place. I think it said, no, it's not. No, it's not. Anyways, the Crying Wolf. Find it.
Yeah.
So
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. And then also, if it's, I feel like our vast staff has not pulled anything up. So there's one other one too. I'll read whenever
She
I
was
can
late this
pull it up.
morning.
She was late this morning. But here we go. What we got here? Sad Spaceman presents Lokella and Hail Your Highness. Tuesday, May 21st, 8 p.m., 21 and plus, 21 and older, with special guest Year of October and Father Mountain at Springwater. So, right over in my head, I'm seeing the Crying Wolf over there by Springwater. But Google it and find it. You'll find it. I feel like a tourist in Nashville still. There's so many new places or old buildings that's got new names that you think was, that was like the gold rush is gone.
Yeah.
And
Deja vu.
Oh my.
There you go. There it goes, Kevin.
Give me
Sorry.
that slap. Where's that slap for Chris today?
Yeah, wait till your music comes up next. Yeah. Wait till your music comes up next. But anyhow, so Sad Spaceman Promotions, because we wanted to really thank him for doing what all he did for and all the music and bands and stuff that did for raising money for the Lymphoma Leukemia Society. You can still do that. You can still go to rtmroofing.com, click the donate button. It's going to a great cause. We've raised $546,000 in 10 weeks between 10 people. Awesome.
That is awesome.
We come back. We're gonna learn about crack. See you in 3.
Oh.
You can't say shit about what I say if you're going to throw it out there like
that.
My heart just went.
What you should have said is we're going to fix your crack.
Plumber's crack.
Well, that's what I was going to say when I started back on. I'm going, Chris, quit bending over.
I want him
easy.
I want him to play Brick House when we come back. Like, for you guys. That would be fun.
That could be a theme song. Right
Yeah.
there.
Well, tell him.
No.
Brick House.
Text him.
Let's see here. Who all we got jumping in? Oh, Rick Torre hit the like. See, Terry, Joseph, Trish, Joe, Stacy, Kevin, Betty, Michelle, Jim, Teresa, what's up? Let's see, I thought I saw a minute ago Mr. Jim Bella.
He's on there.
Good morning, gents. Good morning, brother. I see Chris brought his guns to the show today.
That's right, Jimbo.
Oh boy.
Pellet gun.
Yeah, that's all right.
But,
It's better than no gun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. So, what we got here? Got somebody. Hey Matthew, I'll get you talking to Carly. I'll forward it to you. And what's going on here? Why can't I get back to where I'm at? Satisfied alternative.
Who's on that page?
No, just one.
Who's that?
Seashell or something.
When I was at the gym today, I was like on my phone.
Where else am I at here? Mine's that.
Instagram.
Your mama's watching you.
Now, is that?
Huh?
Your mama's watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You're handling important
Back there
business.
picking your nose.
I'm not.
She thought of that for a second. I didn't know what I was like.
She did.
I can hear the wheels go. Well, I'm
not picking my nose.
Let's see here. What else we got? Which one's this? One's Chris's. That's I'm super talk. So I'm gonna go to RTM Roofing. That's already there though.
And hey, dude, if what's her name ever posts up again, that needs to be blocked immediately for good.
On it. There we go. All right. Let's see. What number do I give out?
615-549-6360.
Website?
Brick Doctor, spelled out, midtn.com.
Brick Doctor. So it's not Brick Doctors, it's Brick Doctor is your normal, is the, okay, so that's what I was putting an S on it. All right, I'll fix that. BrickDoctorMid10.com. Perfect.
Mid-10.
Yeah, he's got it.
You guys staying pretty busy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Better every day.
Drew's, oh, sorry, go ahead.
We are so unique. It's.
Oh yeah, as soon as he told me, he was like, "Dude, you'll dig these guys," because I'm in property management. We manage about 5,000 units of commercial, residential, multifamily, and a lot of our places are older and always settling. I got a place in Franklin right now. It's 147 units deep, and
You know the walkway you go down, going out. All those brick where the
their
thing-
places froze. The water blew them off. Yeah.
He is a wizard. He can fix that, and it's like the hardwood yard. I'm like, you won't see it.
No. Chris, pull over there.
Pull over.
Pull over. Quit being a plumber.
Hey,
We got the
dude,
Brick Doctors in the house. Brick Doctor. Brick
There you
Doctor
go.
company.
One's making me nervous where you're going with that.
Yes, it's live. I like that music.
What did Jim Belli have? What did he say?
He laughed at you.
No, it's not.
No,
what
he
did.
said, I see Chris brought his guns to the show
No,
today.
not that. The next one.
Oh, shout out to my Baca brothers and sisters doing a 100-mile ride today to bring awareness and raise money for our mission to empower children not to be afraid by the world in which they reside. Peace.
Nice.
Baca doc, well, org?
BacaWorld.org.
BacaWorld.org. Good thing. Go look those guys up too. Good to see you out there, Jim Bella, on the Facebook. But we're back live, Renovation Nation, live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I'm Chad Rowland, owner of RTM Roofing. I'm somewhat of a crazy host, sitting here with Chris Gelbreth of Westwood Management. Definitely a crazy host. We got the Brick. I'm gonna do doctors for a moment. There's 3 of them in here.
There are,
at the
but
moment.
that would be plural.
That would be plural, but it's Brick Doctor. We got them on, and got Carly Giannotti, and and then there's Sarah Rowland behind us, and there's Kim Rowland's at the house relaxing a little bit from a long flight in. So we talked about crack. Let me tell you about it.
These guys are going to fix your crack.
Cracks.
No.
Cracks and bricks. Mortars. Chris.
All right, just sorry,
Quit being a
man.
plumber. So, no, but what Carly, I was telling him off there, if you watch on Facebook, you know, we can do the whole show live and put it out there. You go to RTM Roofing on Facebook, Chris's Renovation Nation or Chad Rowland. But we were talking about well, now I don't know what I was talking about because I named all the things over there. But anyways, we've got Brick Doctor in the house. We've got Shannon, Corey, and Andy. And
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Carly had set up a little meeting and for me, you know, she's the networking mad woman, and said, you got to meet these guys. I'm like, okay. And so we had some lunch, and then they started telling me how they repair brick and cracks in brick versus some things are not foundational issues, some are, and this and that, and they've got their own special little niche, but. And we checked it out, and we've already used them a couple times. So I wanted to bring them on the show. Matter of fact, they heard us on the show. That's how they found us. And so I wanted to get them on here to start. People got to hear about this. It's the neatest thing I believe I've seen in a long time. But so gentlemen, how y'all doing? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I will tell y'all that as soon as the meeting was over, he called me. It's like, dude, you got to meet these guys. So I'm looking forward to hearing.
Here's your 20.
Well, first of all, the thing that we like most about Chad is he's just a poor judge of character. So
Well, that's why he's still hanging out with me, so I fully understand.
Well, that went quick. See, gentlemen. And so
Thanks for coming on the show.
So which one of you guys want to talk first? Here?
I'll talk first.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, my name's Andy Herzer. I met Shannon 15 years ago and got to know him and his family and Corey, and you know, through that, they've asked me to, because I have a big loud mouth, I talk to anybody. So if we've met, if you were in a bar, I probably leaned over and say, "Hey, my name's Andy."
Dude, I know we've met somewhere. I just I can't recall it. That'd be that master's degree in hops we were talking about earlier.
It was probably somewhere. So I'm that guy, and so they, you know, invited me in to be a part of their team. And what I can tell you about the 2 guys that I'm going to turn this over to. First of all, they've got over 25 years of expertise in building, and they're men of integrity. And so it was very easy for me to go out and knock on doors and tell them about this new product. And again, Corey has created this process that I think is unbelievably unique. I was in mortgages for a while, and deals blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Corey's process could have saved some deals for me and made me more money. So it's a tool for people to get their house fixed. And again, what I like about it, they like one side of it, I like the other, that it's permanent.
Yes, it is.
That it's a permanent fix. It's not just a cosmetic fix.
You got radio voice over there?
Yep.
You got a radio show too.
Yep.
Rockstar over there too.
Do you have a radio show?
I do it once a week. I have sports talk radio down in the borough.
Oh, nice.
Hale Jr.
Huh.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
might have heard him on the radio.
Nah, I've seen that face.
It's Facebook.
I hate that that's what you're really saying. I must be awful
Look,
ugly.
man, don't feel bad,
So-
man. My dad's retired military, and we traveled a lot, and that's one thing that I did pick up on is learn how to recognize people from place to place.
Yep. So, where you from, Andy, originally?
Northern Indiana, little
Nice.
town outside Fort Wayne.
And when did you get to Middle Tennessee?
Well, in 1996, I came over as assistant basketball coach at Middle Tennessee State. We,
Go Blue.
Go Raiders. I'm still a Raider fan, even though they fired me. It happens.
We're having
Don't
back
laugh.
talk about that.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
having back
It's
talk.
probably the best thing that ever happened to me.
Mhm.
Again, for me, that's how I really got to know Shannon. I started a foundation for at-risk kids in our community that's now 17 years strong. You came down, played in the golf
Yeah, it
tournament.
was
Thank
awesome.
you very much.
It was amazing.
And again, Shannon has volunteered his time. These guys don't just talk about it. They give up their time, their talent, and their money. They've done it all for me over the last 14 years, 15 years. And again, they're now family.
How much did you say you raised the other day, or you've raised this year for your foundation?
We raised $106,000 in the sneaker ball and golf tournament.
Boom. That's awesome. Yeah.
Nice. It is awesome.
Well, I will end up getting a link because I'll put it on our pages where people can go research that as well. Because I really, when we were talking about that first meeting, that came up, and he goes, the golf tournament came up, and he goes, but I'm not here about that. And I'm like, well, no, I want to get involved in that, you know, but it
Chad does like having a good large time.
well, when you get with these two
Yeah.
guys over here, you have no choice. Yeah, it's peer pressure.
Dude, peer pressure, my
No,
butt.
Chris, seriously, this guy, watch this guy. I thought it was going to be that guy, but it was this guy.
If he's warning me about you, you are
I'm
trouble.
not kidding. But anyway, no, they're great gentlemen. And so now we go to, which one you want to introduce on that one?
Well, let's turn it over to Shannon
All right.
next, and then we'll let the real expert talk last.
Okay, Shannon, where are you from originally?
From North Alabama, grew up there, been here in the Middle Tennessee area since 1989.
Yeah, that's long enough.
Been in construction basically all my life. Served in the Army, combat engineer.
Mm-hmm.
We'd build a bridge and then blow it up.
Nice.
That's one of my favorite lines.
Sounds like fun.
It does?
Just done construction
Mm-hmm.
always. It's in my blood. It's what I do.
Right. Nice. So now tell me something about Brick Doctor that people don't know out there. I mean, give us the we thank you again yesterday for bringing lunch and coming meeting with all of our guys and sitting down, all three of you, by the way. That was awesome. They they left with, I saw the look. So that was amazing.
The biggest thing that I would say about Brick Doctor and what we do is that we are not a foundation repair company.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, they hear that word and they just start cringing because it's $10, $20, $30, $40,000. What we are is to repair cracks in brick that is not from a foundation. How it got started, Corey had been dealing with that for quite some time, doing some foundation repair, and I moved into an older home, was redoing it, and over the garage door was cracked. My wife kept saying, you ought to do something, you need to do something, you need to do something. And Corey was over one day and said, yeah, we can work on that. And so he took and he showed me part of his fix, and I'm like, wait a minute, what did you just do? And it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been 4 years ago, still gone.
and it matches.
You can't find it.
That's the
That's
whole-
where I want.
that's
That's
the-
what I'm wanting to know more about.
Where's the bell? Ding!
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack a bell because that's the dinger right there.
Mm-hmm.
Being in construction, already owning my own company, I wanted nothing to do with another construction company. Going out, meeting people nights, weekends, trying to define a scope of work. In
Mhm.
roofing, you're there for the roof, but now you're getting, I need this gutter, I need.
Mhm.
Defining that scope of work is where construction goes wrong.
Yes.
That's where people mess up. They don't
They
define.
don't. They don't do what they're good in one area. They do everything and only good in one area. And so yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
So for me, at first, it was like, wow, this is amazing, but then backed off, and it was a year later, Corey kept refining his process, kept going through and doing that, and people that know me know I'm not a technology guy at all. I can barely use a cell phone. But we took, trying to use technology, we have it where people send us pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, we can look at the pictures, evaluate what's happening, price it, and when we give a price, that's it. We don't
Mhm.
play games with it. We price it, we go fix it, they're happy, everybody's done. It makes it very quick, very easy. The materials that we use are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive, but in doing it how we do it, or that we don't have all the salespeople, all the cars, all the
Mhm.
cell phones, all of that stuff, it makes it to where we can be very affordable.
Yes. No.
Makes it work.
We've already used you. We've already put them on a couple houses. We've sent them to a couple places. I've sent you the one in Morrison, Tennessee,
Yes, sir.
to contact her about that. No, it is amazing. Then we come back, we're going to talk a little more. And by the way, you can reach them at 615-549-6360, 615-549-6360, or brickdoctormid10, MIDTN.com. Well, I'll get more back into that in a minute. Chris, quit being a plumber. See you in 3.
All the plumbers I know don't have any crack.
Chris, do you take
See
some
two gentlemen
juice?
come around here,
Do
just
you-
I'm gonna lift that up a little higher.
It goes back and forth sometimes.
You two talk. That's about y'all.
But I want Carly to be able to say some things.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want to say? What's on your mind?
Oh,
Oh, don't get her started.
No.
Don't open
no.
Pandora's box.
Yeah, that's 5 days a week as it is. Don't need 6.
Hey, Chris, hand me my phone.
And you put up with that.
I don't.
She
Well,
does.
I want to see what happens when you stop putting up with it.
I get a tattoo of Michigan.
Yeah, man, that was awesome last
That was
week.
awesome.
That was awesome.
Where are you from? Oh,
Alright, widen this out a little bit. There we go. We're just gonna get Carly to turn around. Don't step on your phone.
that's your phone.
No, it's not. Oh, smart. Alright, I get it. Stay in the corner.
I was like, why did I bring this today? But I wanted to show you those pictures. That's why.
Which pictures?
Checo.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Let's see right here. Alright, got that. There you go. Raise it up a little bit.
Shannon, when you do talk a little louder like you do in the gym. We need that voice.
Like in the gym, that loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You asked for
And
it.
then,
Drop and give me 20.
Sorry. They allow me to do that to them.
Burpees. Do them now.
Burpees? You doing those this morning?
Yeah.
Mm.
They're deadly.
and just in this one, just keep the mic on this side of you. You don't like that side. That way I can get you the shot. Cause
See your radio face.
get the radio face in there. And yeah. All right. Let's see what else. Nice. Cool. Let's see here. There's that. Matt joined. You met Matt? Yeah, you met Matt with me. One of the guys.
Matt Cart? Yeah, he's supposed to do a job for me in June the 3rd.
What about those windows? Are y'all fixing those windows in that flat roof?
No, I'll go look. I don't really. I
Because
really.
Cody was
I
fixing.
really.
Yeah.
I really don't want to have to do that because
That's what we talked about last. He was asking where it was. I'm like,
it's a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go backwards.
Remember the email, Carly? The window.
Yeah, it's a brick.
Yeah. See, we're not. Yeah.
It's a brick building, and when they set the windows, the top is in nice and tight with the framing, but the bottom or their bricklayers, somebody they got out like what in three-quarters to nothing
that's
over,
where all the water's in.
over
It's
4
not
foot,
the
you know,
roof.
from top to bottom. Big, wide, nasty caulk joints. Can't.
Yeah.
That's how I stayed in business for so it's done. Just stay busy is fixing stuff like that, man. But I'm getting over it.
Where he comes up with those remixes, I'll never understand. But he always keeps breaking it out.
And the girl, one of the girls in my office, man, she thinks you're awesome with all the remixes and
That's
stuff.
it. Kevin's the man in the back there. But you're listening to Renovation Nation live on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. We're live today with the Brick Doctors, but the company is called Brick Doctor. Doctor. Remember Chevy Chase and I can't remember.
Doctor. Scalpel.
Oh, that was awesome. But anyways, you're listening to Renovation Nation. I'm Chad Rowland, owner of RTM Roofing, host of this crazy show. And like we've been telling you, we've been mutating this show a little bit. And this week we're actually talking about renovations. We're talking about renovating any brick or foundations or block or rock, or we're going to get into some more of what these guys are doing. And then, maybe next weekend, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're going to get back in and bring a musician in again like we've done with, Rick Victoria and Anthony J. and some
We
of
ain't
our
having a show
fathers.
next weekend, are we?
No, probably not. But
It's
still.
Labor Day weekend.
It's live next weekend. But,
Tune in.
but anyhow, we're sitting here today with 3 top-notch gentlemen. And that's what I was trying to say earlier when Carly set up the meeting. Sometimes they're just fun little networking meetings, and other times there's some serious people. These guys are serious. I mean, I caught it just by first talking to them and sitting down and realized that I should have came more prepared. But my point being is that once they started explaining what they were doing and how they would do it and this and that, it caught my attention. And then, as he was mentioning before, about the processes and watching his brother fix stuff. And Corey, where are you from, big man? Same area?
Same area. Grew up in North Alabama in God's country there.
Yes.
Been in Middle Tennessee for over 20 years, since the late 90s. Just want to say thank y'all for letting us be on the show today.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan.
Hey, that's right over here.
Really appreciate what y'all do. I like how you like helping people. This all started with a desire to help people. Being involved in construction for 26 years and seeing people with problems and they didn't think they had options. And seeing homeowners, being told that they're going to have to spend $10,000 and they're just devastated, thinking they have to live with an issue when that's nowhere near the case. So this all sort of grew out of that. And again, I've seen how you all have gone out of your way to help people and create solutions for their issues too.
Yeah, you appreciate that. I always say I'm good at giving compliments, not taking them. But I appreciate that.
Are you blushing? Did you change colors just a little bit?
No, that's that brick bouncing around in my head. It's smacking on the side. But no, let me ask you something. On
the hops.
On the excuse me. On when doing the work,
typically
there's the old school tuck pointing. Is that correct?
Tuck pointing. Yes.
Okay. I know there's a general time frame of things like that. If you're working on someone's chimney or just, I know the job size, dictates a lot of the time.
Every situation is a little different, but
something on the average, more simple repair, not all the way around the house, but like a 2x2 chimney that's 4 foot tall, that's got some cracks and stuff in it. What kind of time frame on that could someone expect?
Most issues, most of the projects that people call us about can be completely, permanently fixed within 1 to 2 days.
That's
1 to 2 days, and we're able to tell them up front if it's going to be something more than that.
Yeah. So, man, I'm gonna get. get into more of the technical part of it, we've all been in construction for a long time, and we've all, even people that aren't, have driven by houses where somebody went and bought a bag of mortar.
Don't you love the ones where you're driving down the street 50 miles an hour and you see that wide street?
You can.
zigzagging? Yeah.
Okay, so how do
The
you
drive-by repair.
That's well, and a lot of people don't know how to, and a lot of people don't know that.
Well, they're doing the best they know.
Well, and that's right, and but also they don't know that water pH changes the color of mortar and grout and
If you look
all
on
of
your
those
home,
things.
if you look at various parts where maybe they started on Monday on one side and they finished on Friday or Saturday on another side, the colors of the mortar change. If the temperature changed during the day, the colors change. The guy mixing the mortar, maybe a little bit more sand in this batch, maybe a little less sand in the next batch.
Yeah.
And there,
It's organic.
There's a
It's
multitude.
organic. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So what do you do? Like you were talking about the products that you guys use being very expensive.
Our goop.
Can you? I mean, I don't want to. I don't want
like
you to give
that.
away your trade
been-
secrets.
there's-
What's your
here.
special sauce,
There's a
sir?
minute joke
no,
about
no,
the
I'm
special
gonna talk
sauce.
about your special sauce.
Well,
but
so we have a process that, and I'm not going to be able to get into it a whole lot. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. But the long and the short of it is we can match and blend hundreds or even thousands of colors, and we can repair brick. We can replace brick. We can manufacture brick on site.
on site. So how do you do? I mean, like you got a little heat box.
It's a neat process. Sometime you're going to have to come with me to see it.
Yes.
But imagine going to the dentist office and say, "Hey doc, I broke my tooth. I was eating something and I chipped it off." And before you leave, the dentist can repair your tooth.
Yeah.
And it can look like it's always been that way. There are a lot of technologies and a lot of products out there, and it just took. So it's been about 15 years working on this, trying to figure out how to connect the dots, and we've really got something that we can cover all the bases from a permanent repair, but it looks great, and that was the kicker.
That's the kit. That's what you want. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like the hardwood floor. You
Yeah.
couldn't. I wouldn't have if they didn't show me pre-pictures.
Why?
I would not know that.
Why
that had been
spend
repaired.
money? Why spend money on something that looks horrible?
That's right. And,
I mean-
and yes, I'm getting excited about brick
Oh,
repair.
man.
It's not you,
Carly's-
sorry. It's just over there like I can't believe you.
Carly's like a tourist taking pictures. He's just like,
We
he's happy.
can return the value to your home, or even improve the value of your home, and it's a permanent process.
So when I've talked to you gentlemen before, you were mentioning the strength of it.
Mhm.
You said that the house will fall down before that crack comes back.
You would crush the brick before you tore apart our repair.
So let me ask you this. All right. So now I had a brick ledge right on my foundation, and it's kind of drooping a little bit. Not bad. Somebody
bad.
came in and put in some polyurethane, and I still got a crack right there.
Right.
How is it that what you're making more stronger than the brick?
So we have to be careful. There's a couple of issues. So a really good mason knows that their mortar needs to match up with the brick. You don't want one part of the system to be stronger than the other too much so that it causes some kind of stresses. So if the mortar is significantly stronger than the brick, as the brick expands and contracts, and I'm getting technical, I'll stop.
No. Wait till we won't. That's
As it expands and contracts, if it's wedged against mortar that's harder than the brick, it can cause the face of the brick to actually chip or spall off.
okay.
Okay, so the products we use are actually stronger than the brick. However, they have a moderate amount of elasticity or flex. Not so that they can deform, but it's called moment of elasticity or modulus of elasticity. They can flex just ever so slightly so that
Did you
that
hear
brick
that?
won't crack, and the crack can't come back. And that's part of the. If you get a real good mason out there and they tuck point with regular mortar, you're going to run into probably two different issues. First issue is it's going to be hard for them to match. You'll be able to see it, from the street. The second issue is once that house has developed two segments on a wall, separate segments, that crack's going to come back with regular mortar. So our process bonds it all together so that the crack can't come back.
So it's bonding above and the brick above, the brick below it, and it's holding
bonding
it.
the whole area.
And
It's
then that
creating
whole
a-
thing kind of moves at when
That's
everything
right.
moves.
That's right. It all acts. It's integrated together, and it all acts as one unit.
Okay, so let me.
Go ahead, keep going. No fire
So
away.
no, I got a neighborhood that we manage, and brick chimneys, and they all have the Portland cement cap. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
mounded up. So what we have a lot of times is water seeps down into some of that softer brick in the
Never seen
wintertime
that before,
and
never.
freezes and expands and it pops the face
Sure.
off. So you guys can match that brick
Absolutely,
too.
absolutely, absolutely. And so Chad and we were talking yesterday, and so routinely when they go out and work on a roof, they're also sealing the brick on chimneys and so forth.
Yes,
to
they've done-
prevent that
They've
kind
done
of
that
issue.
for
We've done
us.
that,
yes.
And that's
Yep.
sort of a standard that they follow, and it's a really good procedure. They understand if you've got brick over shingles somewhere on the roof, that there's a good opportunity for moisture or water to intrude or invade, and then get down into your structure, your wood, your drywall, your insulation, and so forth.
That's why you get your roof inspected once a year by RTM Roofing. Go to rtmroofing.com. Go ahead.
And they understand that, and so brick is it's funny in that it's strong and long lasting, but it also has some weaknesses, and one of those is it wants to absorb water. It wants to just wick it up. You take a good paper towel and sit it out there and on a spill, and it'll just suck that whole spill up. Brick and mortar want to do the same thing.
But aren't there different kinds of brick?
There are. Brick can be made from concrete, ceramics, clay.
And each one of those has its
They
own
all have their
density
own- that's
and
right. And we have to take that into consideration on every project when we're out there working on that brick and mortar.
That's what amazed me. See, that's what amazed me. Boy, it's one thing just to go back in and do tuck pointing, you know, where over the winter water's gotten in and busted out the mortar and all that. The brick's fine, but then every now and then you see where the bricks have cracks in them. You know, the brick itself. They fix that too.
Yeah, we can.
It's not
replace
just
or
the mortar.
remanufacture that.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. I was like, wow, all right. You know, I who'd have thought
And
that?
by the way, if you go to our website at brickdoctormidtn.com, you can see pictures of our work before and after.
Yes, you can, and you'll see it on our RTM page, and I'm gonna throw it out on renovation pages, and on the Chris Renovate, he's got his own page. I set him up. He's
That's right.
trying to get him on Instagram
High
a little
tech.
bit, but you can reach these guys if you've got more technical questions, or just want them, or you can even call us, and we'll come out and look and take pictures for them at times too. But 615-549-6360 is how you reach them. It's Corey, Shane, Shannon. Well, I normally call people Glenda. So
Or John.
Yeah, I know. And Andy.
Frankly,
Yeah, John's his go-to.
I don't know who else is in here, so we'll figure that out and get back to crack. See you in 3.
Put down a crack.
Put down the crack. Much like crack,
That would
the
be
first
way
one
too-
pretty.
He's smooth coming in and out, guys.
Oh,
He's a different level, that guy.
yeah.
Nice.
Kevin's good.
smack me.
Oh, Mitchell joined in.
You know what would be good though is to like just me, right? I would have no idea what you guys are talking about. Like what am I supposed to look for when if I
That's why getting your roof inspected can help look at all that stuff too.
But you know what I mean? Like I was like a female homeowner or whatever. I'd be like, what are they talking about? What am I supposed to be looking for?
If it's not a concern, you don't need to worry about it.
So
But you don't know it's not until you
Yeah.
know it is.
And then we'll help you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe just kind
Oh,
of
that's what I got.
go
That's the
up-
question I'm coming back with.
Yeah.
honestly,
I don't wanna come back.
honestly,
Yeah,
like
that
I
right
can't.
there.
These are like two left hands when it comes to any
Man, that's what I'm
construction.
coming back with. And
But
that.
now I see stuff and spot
I
stuff.
was just gonna make Chris ask you that question.
What's that?
What a homeowner should be looking for.
Yeah, I've got something that'll lead into that too.
Perfect.
He jumped in on the chimney cap. Hey, there's another question. Yeah, scratch the question out. Good question though.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, we manage. No, well, it's all right. We manage. Like I said, that whole. I'm going to turn you on to some work. That whole, this whole neighborhood has these little these little brick parapet walls in between the driveways.
Oh, and they're horrible.
And dude, people knock off the corners all the time by the road, and then the chimneys with the.
Told you yesterday, Chris was gonna be really excited today.
Yeah,
That's what I do. You guys will make my life easier. People, I can now give someone an answer instead of like I don't know, or I can do it but it'll look like crap. You know, I'm very honest with people, and sometimes that's good, and sometimes it's bad.
That's real.
Yeah. Hang on a second.
That's in trouble.
We'll see if it will pull it up.
They have a Wi-Fi in here. I don't remember what it is, but
Dude, I got all kind of work for y'all to do as long as the people will pay for it.
And it's not as expensive as you would think. Generally speaking, rule of thumb, it's anywhere from a quarter to even a tenth the price of foundation companies.
Oh, dude, my mom and dad just had USS come in. Now they do good work.
They do
and,
great work.
and they warranty their lifetime warranty. Man, they're an honest. But it was $10,000. You know.
So if you've got a crack, the pilings they put in are
Hey. Oh, showing you that.
Yeah, dude, if you can fix those cracks with a just go
I'm
straight.
showing you the website.
Well,
That's what I said. It's fucking.
They can take a pilot and they can lift the house and wedge that crack back together.
Jim,
But if the foundation wasn't the underlying
Steven?
problem to begin with, you
Mr.
just
Bartek,
spent
your grandpa
$4,000
joined.
to do that.
you wave at him. There we go.
Who?
Yeah,
Or they're going to punk us.
yeah, my folks had to. They gave him a military discount, saved him $1,000.
Yeah, we don't.
Still.
And get the same. Hey, are we back?
Well, we are now. All right, Kevin, cut his mic up. No, I'm just kidding. You listen to Renovation Nation with with a wild crew in here today. I'm enjoying the music. It's a beautiful day out here today.
It is
You
going
might
to
be
get hot.
listening. You might be listening in February.
And if you're looking for some weed eating to do, you can come to my house.
What?
I'm redneck weed
Yeah,
eat.
I
Just pray.
don't. I do it.
They actually use real chemicals though. It's not like back in the day.
Real
use
chemicals.
diesel.
Like there's fake chemicals.
Well, I don't use diesel anymore.
EPA be knocking on your door
There's
later.
some people's heads just exploded, man.
Yeah.
That was 1983. Y'all need to leave me alone. I was 12 years old being told what to do.
Well, and that's probably diesel's probably safer than a lot of other stuff.
No,
they can,
you know, honestly, yeah, you know.
at least it's got two purposes.
But don't use that. We're talking about Brick Doctor. We got the Brick Doctors in the house, Doctor.
Doctor?
Doctor.
Scalpel?
Doctor.
I
love it.
Spies like us.
Yes, That's
yes,
it.
that is it.
Dan
That
Aykroyd and
is
Chevy
it.
Chase. I love when they were taking the exam and
That's
cheating.
back when
And
we had,
Chevy,
yeah.
he had that look like it was reading his notes, and then when they caught him, it looks like he was putting gum in his mouth because he folded up like he's eating gum, though
Yeah.
like a piece of juicy fruit or whatever.
And the fake arm in the cast.
And the fake. Yes. Anyhow, we're sitting with the Brick Doctors. You can find them at Brick Doctor so Brick Doctor MID.com, or reach them at 615-549-6360. And off air, if you're not watching us on Facebook or any of our spots out there, we were talking maintenance. Okay. Now we were talking. Carly brought up a good point because she's like, "Well, I don't know what the heck you guys are talking about. You know, what am I supposed to look at? What am I understand? It's bricks and this
What
and that."
she said was a single woman who walks outside,
Yes.
doesn't know what she needs to be looking at. What should she be looking at?
Well, you know, that's a great question. And it's not just single women. You'd be amazed.
Let's just stick with the single
Give me
women
two
part. I
more.
don't care about
Some
no
of these single
snowflakes.
women these single women are amazing. The things they know and are good at, you know, and so forth. Andy's over here pointing at himself. There's some basketball coaches out there that don't know anything about bricks, but
I got the answer to this question.
okay.
The way, yes, I know Carly's looking at me. She's like, but no, here's the
That
deal.
is an intense glare, isn't it?
Here's the deal. As you mentioned earlier, you guys are a lean, mean fighting machine company. You know, not a lot of excess, not a lot of tentacles out there. So, what we tell people with maintenance, get your roof inspected once a year, right? Because you just like you do everything else, you got to maintenance it. There's caulkings, there's flashings, there's all that stuff. And the same with chimney. And I was going to ask, what's a typical maintenance on brick? But before I get there, is a way these people like Carly that would not know what to go out and look for is you come and get a roof inspection.
Right.
And it's complimentary. We don't charge you for that. We'll go out, we'll walk around your house, we'll send these guys the pictures and all of that and get them connected to you in multiple different ways. And we can look, because we're already doing that with chimneys anyhow. I just never stopped to look around the rest of the house. I mean, you'll see stuff, but it's, hey, that's foundation, and we don't do that.
Okay, let me go backwards a little bit. If you walk outside and you don't know what you're looking at, and you've got a hairline crack in your mortar joint, where does that crack start to become an issue?
If you walk outside and you see a crack in your brick and it concerns you at all, it's real simple. You just take a couple of pictures and you text them to that phone number.
615. Go ahead, give that number.
615-549-6360.
There you go.
You just text them to that phone number. There is no charge. We will evaluate what's going on, and one of a couple things will happen. We may request another picture, or we may say, hey, look, can we come by and look at it? But that doesn't cost you anything. I don't want anybody out there saying, oh no, my house may be falling apart. I need to look. A lot of times this comes up because of a real estate transaction. Somebody's selling a house,
yes,
a contract,
it does.
and they get a home inspection, and that inspection report comes back. We have a multitude of realtors and brokers that as soon as they've got a customer that says, hey, we want to list our house, they go ahead and call us.
Yeah.
Even before they put it on the market, just to look, because they know that this is a process that can restore all the value to the house if it's diminished in any way, and it's permanent. So people don't need to stress out about this. That's why we developed this. Seeing a widow on a fixed income break into tears because she felt like her house was going to collapse, and she had no options, and that broke my heart. And I said, we're going to do something.
Well, like we were talking before we even got on there today, we were talking about each other's companies and how we're niche. We do niche marketing. We do specific things. We do roofs, some gutter work, and a little bit of siding. But that's what we do and do very well. You do this, and that's all you do.
Right.
So you're very specific of what's going on.
We will do steps if they're brick.
Yes.
Or stone.
No, exactly. But I'm just saying, unlike a lot of, and that's what I respect about your company. Instead of trying to do 90 different things,
we're not going to work on your deck, and we're not going to.
And that's why when we've been doing inspections, we'll see stuff on foundations and in the bricks and on the side of the houses. Of course, on the chimney, we'll talk about that. But I never knew anything about it. Now that I know about it, that's what's brilliant.
So this spring, when you're out mulching your flower beds and putting in new flowers, if you look up and you see a crack, again, you just call that number, or you text us a picture. If you're not comfortable in any way, we will come look at it for free.
Well, and too, there's a lot of misinformation out there because people see commercials. It's just like the black mold or the foundation issues.
Well, cracks is one of those buzzwords out there.
Oh yeah, people freak out,
go crazy.
And I can see why the real estate agent calls you first, because if
It'll
you
kill a
don't,
deal.
if it's not a problem and they don't see it to start with, then dude, that's just one thing off their plate.
And there are a lot of foundation companies out there that have a lot of integrity, and they'll come out in some of these situations that we're talking about and say, that's not a foundation issue. We really don't address that. I mean, they've got enough integrity to do that. But still, you got somebody wanting to buy your house, and they see cracks, and they're thinking, I just don't know about this.
Yeah, or I want 50,000 off.
Right. Yeah, they don't know. Have I got a hidden cancer in this house? That
And some of these cracks, now chimneys, there's exposed a little more weather from all four sides because it's on the highest point. And with the houses on the side, they can get a crack here and there. But what's amazed me, like I said, is that crack could have been there for 20 years too.
Right.
On the side of the house. Now chimney, it'll be falling off by then if it's already started. But on the side of houses, so when you're saying you go out and see a crack, it's not necessarily mean your house is falling in.
Sometimes the first time anybody is aware of it is when they've got a professional inspector coming out there with a fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass. And that's the first time it's ever been seen. But it can be a lack of brick ties when it was built. It can be the mix of the mortar. It can be a lintel that wasn't improperly installed. I mean, temperature, moisture.
Speaking of brick ties, and I did some work for some people, and wasn't involved in the masonry part, but their AC, the lady decided that she didn't want to return air unit, the outside unit on this side of the house. So they're going to move it to the other side. The AC guy shows up. They're going to cut a hole in the brick to move the outside unit. Whole wall moves.
That's right.
No brick ties. Now, do y'all do
Absolutely.
anything?
Our process, without getting too crazy, our process can replace lintels if they're missing, or brick ties if they're missing. All of the structural integrity that is supposed to be there with all of those components, our process restores.
How do you replace the brick ties?
Well, again,
I mean, okay, that's special sauce.
You're going to show your Chinese secret.
It's a Chinese secret, Daniel-san. No, I am. I really am, because I'm intrigued by that. Because, dude, I've been doing this a long time. I mean, it's been insurance restoration, a little bit of framing, but I mean, I've been around it long enough to know what it's supposed to be.
So a lot of times, what will happen, especially like with an HVAC unit, there won't even be a lintel. There won't be a piece of metal supporting all that. They'll just knock the hole, put the ductwork up there, and you can get really expensive trying to put angle iron in from the backside. I mean, there are ways of doing things. What we have done is we have spent 15 or 16 years with an intense focus trying to look at every way on the planet to address this issue and saying, this doesn't work, this works okay, how can we change and make something that works even better? And we're the only people on the planet with this. We're this is it. Middle Tennessee, you've got something that nobody else has.
Boom.
There you go.
Renovation Nation, RTM Roofing, and Brick Doctor.
Man, that's pretty impressive. It really is impressive.
Yep.
Especially being able to add brick ties.
And that's it. There we go. That's the show.
That would be it. It was a good one.
It was good.
I have to have you guys back on because there's a lot of stuff we could talk about, and I mean, and people really don't like it's just brick,
Thanks, guys.
but no, there's
Thanks,
a lot.
Carly.
There's a lot.
Shannon, Corey, Andy, Brick Doctor. You can call them at 615-549-6360. Go to Brick Doctor Med 10. I can't say it. Your website.
BrickDoctorMidTN.com.
There we go. You heard it from him. Got 20 seconds left. What are you doing this weekend, Chris?
I'm weed eating. You
Hey,
want to
I'm
come
just
help?
glad I'm on the radio and I'm not talking about UFOs and being abducted by aliens and swamp gas and what
That's
have
the
you.
next. That's the next show.
Yeah,
that we do.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that,
Hey, life is hard. Even hard for stupid. John Wayne. See you.
see ya.
He was doing the count. Give me that phone.
Yeah.
What's up?
I meant to tell you the story about old shoestring
Which one about shoe?
where I just about punched him in the mouth at Home Depot.
You told me that one. But that's yeah.
I was walking across. I was gonna say it on the air and say he was out of jail because I'm waiting for him to do PSAs. But I'm walking across the street or the parking lot at Home Depot on Moore's Lane, and it's Monday morning, and I hear this, and I'm like, okay, so I pick up the pace a little bit, and this truck is coming on me, and it's like I'm walking to the door, and the truck is moving towards the door, and they get like, I mean, like, I'm throwing out mother trucker loudly, right? And then I hear this cackle in his shoestring, dude. I was like, dude, I just about got mad. We were fixing a fight.
What did he
was
tell
like,
you? What did he say? Lovely?
He
or
said
something?
no. He said, "Bless your heart."
Well-
And I want to punch him again. I was like,
You know how Brandon was like, bless your heart.
Yeah. We were fixing a fight.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
So I knew we were on the air with the button lined up. I was just trying to be silly. Maybe I shouldn't have been silly.
Oh no,
No, it's
dude,
hilarious.
no, dude,
No,
it's all
I love
good.
it. That's
Andy's over here shaking his head going, man,
No,
you're embarrassing me.
no,
Oh
that's-
no, it was just funny because that's what Chad always says. They don't look
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
He likes to cut everybody's mic when they.
Yeah.
When
You know,
they
it's
Oh,
Saturday,
yeah.
guys. I'm sitting in the garage working on changing their oil and stuff. It needs to be a little.
You gotta check. Yeah, you can't yell. Good Lord, yeah. That's what we have fun with.
Anybody's
That's
ever
why.
been on the show that did anything stupid that made anybody mad?
No.
Other than
Well,
shoestring.
Well, he did have a few things.
yeah,
Not making
well,
me mad, but it's pretty
Well,
funny.
maybe everybody's butthole tightened up pretty good.
Yeah.
Can we
see.
help do anything?
No, but I won't get a picture of you guys for you out here. You can check Brick Doctors out at what website? Tell them, gentlemen.
BrickDoctorMidTN.com.
And what number?
615-549-6360.
Okay, you're fired. You can go now.
Thank you.
No, sir. Yeah.
Brother.
See y'all soon.
Yes, sir.
Next week or a couple weeks. So we're out of here. Hey, Drew. Peace, brother. Be in touch. There you go. All right, there's that.